Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a holiday look get ready with me video for y'all today on this look right here. So kind of ended up being sugar plum fairy and sparkly and just a little something different. I'm wearing a red sweater because I honestly was planning on doing a red lip, but once I got everything finished, I thought that this lip would go better. So we changed it up and ended up with this finalized look here. So yeah, kind of sugar plum fairy, sparkly, fun holiday look. So if you want to get ready with me, let's get to it. Okay, so I've already applied some moisturizer and a primer. I use the Serious Skincare Super Mel C Antioxidant Rich Beauty Cocktail for my moisturizer. And for primer, I use the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer. So I have that on. So now for foundation, I'm going to use a combination of the It Cosmetics CC Cream in Light and the YSL All Hours Foundation in BD25. So just gonna kind of combine these and apply them to my face. Now for some eyeshadow primer and my brows, I'm gonna use the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer and Tarte Big Ego in, I don't know if this has a color, Big Ego. Gonna apply these. So I think I want to go for kind of a sugar plum fairy, sparkly kind of a look. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. Such a pretty neutral palette. And I'm going to start with Seashell. Start with that one right there. Wipe off my brush a little bit. And get that one on a crease brush. This is an Alter Ego crease brush. And just build this up in my crease and transition area. And I'm going to take a little combination of Glistening Snow and Shimmering Pearl. So these two right here. This is a Makeup Geek, I think like foiled shadow brush. So doing a little combo of those two, getting that on my brush. I'm going to spray my brush with some setting spray just to really kick this up a notch. And I'm just going to build this up on my lid. Then I'm going to get a little bit of cocoa and just put a tiny bit of that in my outer corner just for a little bit of dimension there. Now to bring in some sparkles, I'm going to start with the Koki Crystal Fusion in Polaris. So I'm going to get some of this on a brush and just kind of get a little bit on the end of my brush and tap this on the lid just for a little bit of brightness, and then I'm going to go back in with a glitter. Then I'm going to take some of this Lemon Head glitter in Adult Film. It's this really cool, let me try to show it to you, kind of like multi-dimensional glitter. It's very sugar plum fairy and it's just fun. So, and I like that it's a gel kind of a formula. It's like you get a primer, a glitter glue, all the things in one product. So it makes glitter a little bit easier to work with. So I'm going to use that same brush. This is a Delium Tools 716. Get some of that on my brush and just going to tap this on my lid and just kind of build this up slowly. This is so fun. And as I kind of get further out on my lid, I tap a little bit more sparingly so it kind of blends away. But the majority of the glitter is on the inner half or so of my lid. And I try to keep kind of looking down to let the glitter kind of dry before opening my eyes fully. Try to. I don't always do that, but it's better if you can. Now for some liner and mascara. So I could do a liquid liner and do the cat eye. That would be really pretty, but I feel like I do that a lot. So I want to kind of switch it up, at least a lot with kind of holiday looks. So I'm going to switch it up and use the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen in Matte Mulberry. So going to apply that, and then mascara, It Cosmetics Superhero and Too Faced Better Than Sex. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to start with the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I have it in 26N Light. So I'm going to start with that. Really like this concealer. It is really forgiving. I like the coverage. I like the consistency of it and the formula. So really good, affordable concealer. And then I'm going to tap just a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape, but this is the more hydrating one. I don't notice a name difference on it, but I mean, I know it's the different one. So anyway, the more hydrating Shape Tape in light. Just gonna dab a little bit of that on the inner part of my eye. So this one has a click up kind of a packaging to it. This color is pretty good for me. Yeah, I actually like it pretty well. I could probably go one step lighter, but I just either pair it with a color corrector or, like I'm doing now, just one step lighter, kind of a concealer and a different concealer. See how pretty that is? It's not super overwhelming or intense. It's just really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna set my under eyes with, let me get a brush, the JCat Beauty Luxe Pro Powder in Porcelain. So I just get a little bit of it in the lid because you don't need very much at all. A little bit goes a long way with this. And just tap this on my under eyes and my T-zone. Then I'm going to set the rest of my face with the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in a Powder in 20 Ivory. I like to use this as a setting powder. Has a really pretty forgiving consistency to it. I like this for setting powder, and I like this for a blotting powder. A blotting powder during the day because it takes away the shine. It's a matte powder, but it really doesn't look dry on the skin. It's very forgiving and really pretty. So let's finish the eyes. I'm going to use the ColourPop Star Wars Mandalorian palette. I think this is called The Child. And I'm going to get some of Sipping Soup on a Sedona Lace EB21 and apply this to the outer half of my lower lash line first. I want a little bit more green there, so I'm going to use some of this color right here, which is Little Frog. So get a little bit of that because I want it to look green. Then I'm going to get some of this one, which is Right Hand Mando, which that's cute, on that same brush, and apply this to the inner half of my lower lash line. Gonna apply a little bit of Clump Crusher to my lower lashes. Cleaned up my brow bone a little bit with just a little bit of this shade from the Natural Nudes palette. So just to kind of clean that up and brighten that area. Then with a pencil brush, I'm gonna get some of Glistening Snow. So that same color that we mixed with this one for the lid, I'm gonna get just a little bit of that for the inner corners of my eyes, just for brightness. And for some sparkle on the inner corners of the eyes, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Heavy Metal. It's like a liquid liner it's a glittery liner, basically. Glittery liner. This is in Grind. It's a really pretty, kind of sugar plum, kind of a pink. So just going to dab that on the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, for the face, I'm going to use some of my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, just for a little bit of shape to my face. So just applying that into the hollows of my cheeks. This is an Alamar complexion brush. Also applying some of that bronzer up on my forehead and on my neck. Blush, I want to keep it fairly neutral, so I'm going to use the Balm mix of Balm Beach and Balm Springs, mostly this one, but just a little dab of that one. Kind of a overall neutral with a slight bit of pink kind of a color. I love the Balm blushes. Look how pretty that is. They just blend so well. I think they're so flattering looking on the skin. Such good blushes. Okay, highlighter. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats Diamond Balm. Now this is a sparkly highlighter, so if you don't like sparkly shimmery, this will not be the highlighter for you. But I think this is so much fun. Perfect for this look. I like it because it's different and it's a great version of what it is. You know what I mean? It's a glossy, sparkly highlighter. And there's just not a ton of highlighters out there like that. So it's different, it's beautiful, and it's done well, but it's not going to be for everybody. I originally was going to go with a red lip, but I actually want to go with more of a pinky kind of a lip just because I think it goes more with this sugar plum look, and I'm just wearing a red shirt. So, oh well, it'll all go. It's okay. So this is Wet n Wild Cherry Pickin'. Really pretty, just kind of berry pinky color. Okay guys, that wraps up this video. So hope that you really enjoyed it. Please hit a thumbs up if you did, and let me know down below, what are some of your favorite kind of looks to do for the holidays or for Christmas? What are some of your favorite colors to play with or products? I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!